Trouble on the Branch Line, Part 2. Thomas stood sadly on the flatbed. He was still waiting for his driver to come and repair him at the steamworks. Then his driver came. "Alright, Thomas, we're gonna get you repaired," he said. "Don't worry, we'll get you soon repaired in no time." "Thank you, sir," sighed Thomas. He hoped everything on the branch line would be alright. Just then, Pussy arrived with Sonic and Knuckles. They had come to visit Thomas to see how he was doing. "How are you doing, Thomas?" asked Sonic. I'm doing alright," Thomas said. "That's alright, Thomas. We just want to make sure you're doing alright." "I'm getting alright. I'm getting there well. I'm getting there, Sonic said. "I'm getting there, Sonic," Thomas said. "That's good. Don't worry. Tails and your driver and I will get you repaired. We'll make sure you will be a useful engine again." "Thank you," Thomas said. "And Percy, make sure Gator looks after Annie and Clarabelle while I'm away." "Don't worry, Thomas. I'll make sure Gator does it right away." "Good. But anyways, you better head to the branch line. I'm sure Toby will be waiting for you." "Right with you, Thomas." And Percy walked away. A few moments later, as Percy left, Thomas spoke up. "You think it'll be alright?" Thomas asked. "Don't worry, Thomas. You'll be alright. But we're gonna get you off to the flatbed now. We're not ready to put you on the flatbed yet. You gotta look at your rods first. Your driver's gonna look at your rods to make sure if it's okay or not. And don't worry, the Fat Controller knows where you are. He already got another engine to look after your coaches." "Alright then," said Thomas. So he decided to go back to sleep. Thomas hoped everything would be alright. In that moment, soon the workmen started repairing him at no time. A few hours goes by, and he was still being repaired. "I just wish I could hurry," sighed Thomas. "I just want to go back to my branch line." Just then, Edward bustled in. He could see the blue tank engine was upset. "What seems to be the matter, Thomas?" asked Edward. "Well, Edward," said Thomas, "I had a little accident, and it was those trucks' fault." "I see," said. "But I don't think it was your fault, Thomas. I mean, I did see somebody went under their wheels. The trucks even told me what happened." Thomas was concerned. "What? Really? So the troublesome trucks never did this?" "Really?" said Sonic. "I cannot imagine that. I know that the troublesome trucks are really troublesome. That's what they all say, that the trucks aren't troublesome." "Who told you that, Edward?" "The trucks did. They said they saw somebody went under the wheels to make Thomas come off the rails. I saw everything. My driver even has a camera that has a video of it." "That's interesting, Edward. Thank you." "Anyways, thanks for the message." "No problem." And Edward puffed away. A few moments later, each of Thomas's friends came to visit him to make sure he was doing all right. Next, it was Henry's turn. He came to see his bravest hero who had helped him not be afraid of the rain. Henry was glad that Thomas had helped him overcome his fear of the rain, and ever since then, they have been friends ever since. "Hello, Thomas. How are you doing? Are you feeling alright?" "Yes, Henry, I am. I just have to get my rods repaired. It's taken a long time, but I'll manage. That's good, said Henry. But anyways, I'll be off now. And he puffed away. See you soon, Thomas, said Henry. Goodbye, replied Thomas. Although, with Thomas being away at the steamworks for repairs, things on the branch line is going to be very difficult for the engines. With Thomas away to the works, the fat controller would have to bring in a new engine from the mainland to look after Thomas's coaches while he's away. And it felt like it was too much work for Percy and Toby, so the fat controller decided that Philip would look after Percy's mail train, and Percy would help with ending Clarabelle one day, and while Gator helps out with Toby at the quarry. And a few moments later, Thomas was soon almost prepared and ready to head to Tails' workshop. But there was another problem. Thomas's driver looked at his front. Oh dear, now your front is damaged too. You must have hit it really hard. And your wristwatch is broken too. We'll get Tails to fix that for you. Thank you, sir, said Thomas. And look at your paintwork. It's damaged too. We'll get that repaired too as well. Anyways, Thomas, you stay right here. I'll get some things to repair that. Walked away. So now that I'm almost repaired, Sonic, do you think I'll be able to go to my branch line? I'm sorry, Thomas, but you gotta go to the Tails' workshop first, and then you could go to your branch line, said Sonic. And I think the Fat Controller's gonna keep Gator in charge of your branch line until you get repaired, but I think he'll be staying on the island after your repairs is done. I see, said Thomas. Well, I better be going now, said the two friends. I'll see you later, Thomas. You were very brave, wasn't he, Knuckles? Yes, indeed, said Knuckles. You were very brave, Thomas. Very useful. Thank you, Thomas said. I could not believe I could survive that crash. Yes, indeed. Well, hopefully you're better soon. Well, we're going to actually help you get repaired, actually. I'm just going to check you over to make sure you're alright. Next, go look on the other side and make sure Thomas is alright. Looks fine to me. Good. Now, I'm just going to make some adjustment to your wheels. Make sure they're tightened. Thomas felt much better after that. And his driver climbed on his boiler to make sure he was okay. Your boiler looks fine. We gotta fix your dome, he said. Thomas sighed. He wished he could go back to his branch line, but he had to wait until repairs were done. Sonic spoke. Your rods look fine now. I tightened it up so it looks just good as new. Yes, I tightened your other ones too, said Knuckles. You look perfectly in good shape. Thank you, Thomas said. I could not have done it without you. You're welcome, Thomas. You're very welcome, said the two friends. You know, Sonic, said Thomas and Knuckles, I think I could trust you guys. You guys are both really useful. Thank you, Thomas, said Sonic. We're happy to be here on the island. Indeed, said Knuckles. We think Sodor is the magical place. And I think that Sodor is the most awesome island I ever visited. I'm glad you think that, said Thomas. Sodor is a magical place to be. And especially makes an engine feel very useful indeed. And so, while Thomas was getting finished repairs, Thomas's repairs were almost over. All he had to do was just get a final adjustment to his boiler, and he'll be heading up to Taylor's workshop, and he'll be soon heading back to his branch line after his repairs are done. And soon he'll be returning to his branch line in the next few days.